Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Manchester United save. And before we get into today's episode, if you missed yesterday's episode, it was a cup final. First piece of silverware on the line against Burnley. Before we get into any spoilers, top right hand corner, there's going to be a link there to yesterday's episode. So if you haven't seen it, go and watch it. And now we're going to get into today's episode. So a little bit of a roundup, and then Lokomotiv Moscow in the second leg, and Liverpool in the FA Cup 6th round, I think it is. So big game in the second game of today's episode. With the first game, you're probably just going to see a rotated side just to see how they get on against Lokomotiv Moscow, with us being 7-1 ahead in that one. But since we last met against Burnley, 2-0 winners against Burnley. First piece of silverware in the trophy cupboard for us. We follow that up with a 2-0 win against Crystal Palace. Romelu Lukaku on the score sheet, which was great to see. And Juan Mata also on the score sheet 2 minutes before time. They had Mihajlovic sent off in the 68th minute, but a relatively easy win for us. We then absolutely hammered Man City 6-1. Lukaku with a hat-trick, which is awesome to see. Lingard, Martial and Mata again on the score sheet, with Sterling picking up a consolation goal for City. Mata and Martial picking up knocks, which has probably caused us real difficulties in the last two games, really, to be fair. A 1-1 draw against Newcastle, a little bit of a rotation there, and they scored in the 94th minute, so drop points at home to Newcastle, which is not the greatest. And then a 0-0 draw against Cardiff, again away from home, and just not putting our best foot forward, purely because people are coming back from injury and missing some big game players. So today, Moscow and Liverpool. This is going to be the team that goes up against Moscow. But before we get into that, I'll show you the league. We're 10 points clear now of Chelsea, and 12 points clear of City, who are in third. And going good guns at the minute in the league. We'll say 6th round of the FA Cup. We already won the Carabao Cup, so things are going well for us in the save so far. And if we have a look at the remaining games, we've got Liverpool again and Tottenham, probably the last two big games in the running to possibly winning the first league since 2013 for United. But going back to the starting lineup against Moscow, we've got Romero in goal, Lindelof, Smalling, Sutar and Young are the back line. We've got Matic and Fred in the middle, Lingard on the right, Sanchez on the left, Pereira in behind, Romelu Lukaku on the bench, Dalot, Varane, Valencia, Sanchez, Pellegrini, Pogba and Rashford. Juan Mata should be back soon in a couple of days. He probably will miss the Liverpool game though, and Martial's out for another couple of weeks, so missing probably our two best players so far this season. But we're going to get into this Lokomotiv Moscow game, and fingers crossed we can have a decent game. Pereira whipping this ball in 8 minutes gone into Sutar at the back post, and he heads it just over. Good chance for the youngster there at the back post. Lindelof now nods that down to Lingard, and Fred's trying to get into that little corner, but that's a poor pass back. Lukaku, can he shoot? Fred puts it back to Fred, and we don't go 1-0 up. That was an absolutely golden chance. Lukaku should have shot, but he held it up, played to Fred, but Pereira's going to whip this ball in into Alexis, and he heads the ball over now as well. Good start to this game for this highly rotated United side. Pereira again whipping this ball in. Can he find anybody? No, he can't. But it falls back to him and comes back to Ashley Young. Matic back out to Pereira, back out to Matic. Lovely switch to Fred, and he's coming into the penalty box, driving in there, and it's a poor shot really for him on goal. Just before half time, Lindelof throwing it to Pereira, and back to Lindelof. Good little 1-2 from the two players there. Ashley Young's in acres of space on this left hand side, and Pereira picks him out absolutely brilliantly. He comes inside, goes to Matic, who then goes to Lindelof. Can he get a ball in to the box? He does. Lukaku's there, scores 1-0 to United just before half time. 19th goal for Romelu Lukaku. Great cross in from Lindelof, and all he had to do was just put a glance on there, and it was going to go in. Lindelof there, standing his man up, and he puts a whip in, and Lukaku does a great job in just turning that home. 1-0 United, 8-1 on aggregate. That sees us through to half time. Relatively simple and easy first half. 22 shots on goal for us, which is amazing, but only 6 on target, which is a little bit if we would have to see on the stats how many of those are long shots. And just go to the team talk. Pleased with how you're going. Keep it up, lads. A little bit more of the same in the second half. Fernandes with a free kick for Moscow, and he whips it into Farfan at the far post, and they get what is essentially a consolation goal. 10 minutes gone in the second half, and it's 1 apiece on the night. 8-2 on aggregate. Farfan at the far post. Romero had absolutely no chance. 1 apiece. Guilherme gets that ball clear, and Young goes underneath it, and it goes to Farfan into Smolnov. Smolnov into Manchuk, and that should be a second goal for Moscow, but didn't put it away, unfortunately. Miranchuk picks up that ball. We've got Smalling off with a injury. Fernandes over the top, and he hits the bar, and Ashley Young's going to get that ball clear. Moscow have come out in the second half and done a really good job on us, but we're going to break, and Alexis coming in and finds Lingard on that right hand side. Can he get a ball in? No, he can't. He's tackled and fouled actually by Rebus. And that is it. The final whistle's gone. 1 apiece on the night. 8-2 on aggregate. We did what we needed to do. Really good professional performance from the boys out there. As I said, highly rotated side. And to say, good win, boys. Well done. And we're through to the next round of the quarterfinal. We're through to the next round of the Champions League, and that draw will be up next before we play Liverpool. Here we are then, quarter-final of the Champions League, and let's see who is in the draw still. Atleti are there, but Borussia Dortmund, Juve, PSG, Barca, Bayern, us and Roma. So 2 Germans, 2 Spaniards, 2 Italians, a French and an English. So we're the only English side left in this year's Champions League. So we'll draw the team. Barca will play Borussia Dortmund, Roma will play Juventus, Atleti will play Bayern, and we will play Paris Saint-Germain. So a repeat of our group stage, really, to be fair. So we beat them 4-1 at their place, and we drew 0-0 at Old Trafford. And the first game will actually take place at Old Trafford, so we need to make that home field advantage count more than most. So Paris Saint-Germain in the Champions League quarter-final, and next up Liverpool in the FA Cup 6th round. So, second game of the episode sees us against our old enemy Liverpool. And this is going to be the team that starts against them. De Gea in goal, Dalot, Bailly, Varane and Shaw on the back line, Herrera and Pogba in the middle, Chong on the right, Lingard in behind Lukaku, and then Sanchez on the left-hand side. Lindelof, Young, Pellegrini, Fred, Matic, Pereira and Rashford are all on the bench. As I said, Juan Mata, Martial, just not fit enough for this game, but after the international break, which is a warm weather training camp for us, they should be back in the running for first team places. Let's submit that team and go straight into it. Alexis with a corner, going to whip that ball in, trying to find Lingard, but Alisson does well, comes out and claims that really comfortably, and Lingard just putting the pressure on there so he can't get the quick rollout, but finds Mane down this left hand side, but Bai has him covered all over that. Now Chong picks up the ball, done really well since he's come into the side, finds Lukaku really well, and he's up against Lovren, and Pogba's there and he should score. Lingard does though, and it's 1-0 to United. Lukaku holding that ball at 1-on-1 with Lovren. There's only going to be one winner in that race. Finds Pogba should score. Here we go, Lukaku running at Lovren, absolutely no chance. Pogba should score there, and does really well getting a second shot in, but comes back to Lingard, and it's 1-0 to United. Becker gets the game started, and Varane should win that, and he does. Finds Herrera, but Henderson does well and finds Mo Salah. Skips past Varane, and Shaw has been penalised for a foul on Mo Salah, and it's a penalty to Liverpool. Fabinho stepping up 1-on-1 with De Gea, and De Gea saves. Great big save by the Spaniard, and keeps it at 1-0 to United. And that sees us through to half-time. We have been lucky in that half. Fabinho with a penalty, but missed, saved by David De Gea. And but we've had more of the shots, more of the chances, more of the possession. Liverpool with 3 shots on target. I'm going to tell the guys I'm far from pleased with what I've seen out there. They all look fired up. We're going to start the second half, and hopefully they'll be a little bit more comfortable in this second half. Pogba's picked up a little bit of a knock, but Guerrero on this left-hand side, lovely ball out to him, but Pogba doing a great job in getting back, and now Chong has got a little bit of space to run into, and he's going to drive into that space. Can he find Lukaku in the middle? He can, and Lukaku scores 20th goal of the season. We've found what works with Romelu Lukaku, and now he's scoring goals for absolute fun. Chong with acres of space in front of him, and he just drives into that space with players running after him. He finds Lukaku in the middle. It's a poor attempt to clear it by Lovren, and it's 2-0 United. Alisson launching that ball forward to Mane, but Varane is going to get there. It's 10 minutes into the second half. Lingard trying to run down that ball from Luke Shaw, and they get the ball back to Alisson, but again, Bailly's going to pick up that ball into Paul Pogba over the top to Chong. He's going to race on that all day long into Alexis. Alexis is there, hits the post, and Lovren gets that ball clear. Dalot into Paul Pogba, who's picked up a yellow card, but Milner's gone straight through the back of him, and that is a red card for James Milner. Someone with his experience needs to keep his head, but he didn't there, and it's a red card. They're down to 10 men. We're going to make a couple of subs. Paul Pogba's going to come off. We're going to put Pellegrini in there and just switch Herrera and him. Alexis is looking a little bit tired, so we'll bring Rashford on as that inside forward, which he can do really, really well. And then Luke Shaw's going to come off for Ashley Young. 3 changes made, 20 minutes to go. They're down to 10 men, and it should be plain sailing from here. Herrera in the middle with Chong. He's got an overlap, but finds Lukaku, and Lukaku, he just swiveled on that and took a shot. And it hit the post, and Becker gets the ball clear, but Mane now on a counter-attack. Lovely ball over the top, but Bailly does well and nullifies Fabinho. Guerrero going to whip that ball in. Virgil van Dijk is there at the back post, and he cuts the deficit down to 2-1 now. 15 minutes to play. Guerrero with a whipped corner in. Virgil van Dijk at the back post, and easily heading it in. De Gea absolutely no chance. 2-1 to United. Dalot though with the throw-in into Jesse Lingard, and Herrera picks up this ball into Pellegrini. Lovely ball to Dalot at the far side. Can he get a ball in? Lingard's there, and Lingard scores. 3-1. Is he going to go down? No, it's going to go down as a Virgil van Dijk own goal, not a Lingard goal. A little bit scrappy in there, a little bit of a pinball goal. But Pellegrini, what a ball that is over the top. Lovely vision from him. Dalot gets the ball in, whips the ball in. Lingard's there, but Virgil van Dijk can't sort his feet out, and it's 3-1 to United. Alisson gets that ball, trying to find from Firmino, but Varane does really well and just nods that down. Chong, again, had a really good game in today's game, come in and done a fantastic job down that right-hand side. But Zobrin over to Lovren, and now Lovren's got the ball, and Trent's got a lot of time down that right-hand side. Young, don't know what he was doing there. Horrendous header, just heads it straight back to Trent into Sadio Mane. Now he's driving into the box, tries a shot, and it's always going wide. It's more nearer the corner flag than the back of the net. Rashford now down this left-hand side with Ashley Young. And Pellegrini picks up the ball at Rashford again, trying to find Lingard in that middle of midfield, but can't find it. Now Mane launching a counter-attack yet again. Can he find someone in the near post? Firmino's there, and it's 3-2 now. Liverpool are not going out with a fight. It's 3-2. But Roberto Firmino and Sadio Mane doing the damage with us here. Mane just driving forward. No one really getting a tackle on him. And then Bobby Firmino just runs ahead of Varane and Bailly in the middle. And it's 3-2 now. And that is it. The referee's blown for full time. What an FA Cup tie that is. United 3, Liverpool 2. Liverpool down to 10 men, but pulled us back a couple of times. Lingard, Lukaku and a Virgil van Dijk own goal. Settling it for us, really, to be fair. And before we leave today, you will also see who we face in the FA Cup semi-final. The draw is tomorrow, so I'll see you when we get there. Here we go then. Second competition draw of today. Let's see who we get in the semi-final. We've got Villa, Leeds and Newcastle. Really favourable for us. 2 championship sides and a lower league Premier League side. Let's see who we get. Villa will play us at Wembley, and then Leeds will play Newcastle. So us versus Villa in the semi-final. We will be back for that semi-final. We'll do the semi-final against Villa and the first leg of the Champions League against PSG. So 2 massive games coming up for you in the next episode. But that's it for this episode. If you have enjoyed it, please do drop it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you don't want to miss out on any more content. Remember, tick that little bell icon as well so you're notified when a video goes live. And until next time, when we bring you 2 more cup competitions, the FA Cup final, FA Cup semi-final and the Champions League quarter-final first leg, I'll see you soon.